choices without thinking about the consequences.
You're right. Part of the problem is that people don't take action until tragedy strikes their family.
But I think we can learn a lot from this man's story. He could easily have fallen into some sort of depression and just given up. Instead, he's taking action and trying to prevent others from facing what he had to face.
Yeah, you gotta give him credit for that.
The fact is that most teens don't think it can happen to us. We think we're invincible.
Right, but we never think about the other consequences. How embarrassed would you be if you got caught driving drunk? Plus, my parents would take everything away from me. I have no life.
You bring up a great point, Kim. You're talking about the other costs of driving under the influence. Every 2 minutes, there's a non-fatal accident caused by someone driving under the influence. Just because these accidents are non-fatal doesn't mean the drivers don't pay for it. Let me show you guys another short video of a couple people I talked to about driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol.
Some of the monetary cost of being arrested for DWI is having your vehicle towed, which is very expensive, and then you have to get it out of the impound lot. There's attorney fees involved. Most people do not represent themselves, and I would recommend getting a lawyer.
To pay for an attorney for the first driving offense would be anywhere from, say, $2,500 to $5,000. For the second offense, from where I'm from, it would be anywhere from $5,000 on. For the third offense, it would be more than $5,000, probably more than $7,500 because you are dealing with a very serious allegation.
Whether you are able to get your attorney to get the charges reduced, it won't matter to an insurance company. They look at it just the same as if you were convicted of an alcohol-related offense. Anytime there is alcohol involved while you are driving, an insurance company considers that a high-risk driving, and the same thing's going to happen to you as if you were charged with a DWI.
It is possible for teens to lose their driver's license for driving under the influence of alcohol. That really depends on the court system and the judges. They make those final decisions.
You want to give people who have their first violation when you're not an adult yet every chance to rehabilitate yourself and not get in trouble again and be able to drive and work and go to school. But your first offense, make no mistake, the judges take it very seriously, and they will tag any minor who gets their first DWI with a fine, with probation, and you're going to have your driving privileges suspended for some period of time. The question is how much, depending on whether it's your first offense or second offense.
If someone in their household has a DWI, especially a teen, is the whole family's insurance can be canceled or triple. It's not just the teen's insurance. Many companies, if there is a teen in the household, will cancel the insurance of everyone in the household or require that the teen not be allowed to drive any of the vehicles in the household. They must sign a waiver to say that that person would not drive any of the vehicles in the household for them to continue to insure the rest of the family.
On every application, it doesn't just say whether you have a conviction on your record anymore. It asks you whether you've ever had to plead guilty or been found guilty basically of any criminal offense. And be assured that a DWI or driving offense is considered a criminal offense. What can happen? It can affect your ability to get student loans, it can affect your ability to get admitted to a certain college, it can affect your ability to get a job.
The insurance rate of a minor who gets charged with a DWI generally will at least double. It can as much as triple or quadruple depending on other incidents that the minor might have.
You can bet that you will pay a stiff penalty and you will do time if you kill someone while you're drinking and driving.
That probably gave you a different perspective than you're used to, right?
For the most part, I've just been told about the tragic side of it. You know, the death and pain of loved ones. While it's effective, I think kids our age need to be involved in discussions about the other costs talked about in this video. We don't think anything terrible can happen to us, but we need to know that even if the worst doesn't happen, we're still in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, like the zero tolerance. If I'm pulled over with any trace of alcohol in my breath or in my blood, how am I going to afford the fines and court costs? The money I make over the summer would never cover that. It's just not worth it.
Exactly. Our parents would have to pay our fines, and we'd be working it off forever. Not to mention the embarrassment of having to face them after doing something so stupid.
Plus, you run the risk of losing your license. So now you know the other costs of acting so foolish and getting behind the wheel drunk. But you know how alcohol and other drugs